absolutely delighted to be here tonight to talk about the work that Plant Your Future is doing in the Peruvian Amazon. I first went to the Peruvian Amazon 12 years ago to do research for my master's thesis. And I'd heard about the problem of slash and burn agriculture, my geography lessons at school and so on. But only being there did I really come to understand the challenge of it. So when I'm talking about slash and burn, we're talking about subsistence level farmers clearing the rainforest just to have some area of land to grow crops on, to feed their family, and with a little bit left over to sell to meet their basic needs. Unfortunately, when they've cleared the rainforest and are growing the crops, it can only support crops for about 2 years because the soils are very shallow and the heavy rains wash those soils away, so the land becomes degraded and they have to clear a new area of rainforest. And this is really like back-breaking work for the farmers. They do all that manually with machetes and saws. And they're just in a poverty cycle they can't break out of, and they can't overcome the barriers to be able to do a model where they can access the market better or grow better crops. And they're basically left with the alternative of carrying on with what they're doing or migrating to the city, which creates a whole other way of problems. So I set up Plant Your Future 4.5 years ago after working in the area of tropical forestry for some years to try and develop a model to really overcome slash and burn agriculture, which we're just starting to implement in the Peruvian Amazon. So a few words on where we're working. We're working in the northern Peruvian Amazon, which is part of the Western Arc. It's incredibly biodiverse. There's up to 310 species of trees per hectare. To put that in context, there's only 32 species of native trees in the UK, the whole of the UK. So it's it's incredibly valuable for plants, and obviously with that, all kinds of cure in terms of medicine and so on. And it's the home to lots of endangered, amazing species such as jaguar, pink dolphins, rare birds such as the gnatcatcher. The Amazon is also a really important store of carbon, locks up carbon in the forest, and when the forest is cleared, that carbon dioxide is released into the atmosphere and is contributing to climate change. And in a general sense, the forest plays a huge role in regulating rainfall and so on for the entire world. So it's a huge local and international value. And it's also the home to thousands of people who depend on it for their food and their shelter and their everyday needs. Unfortunately, the forest is being cleared, and the main driver is slash and burn agriculture, the process I was just describing to you, by poor subsistence farmers, like thousands of them, deforesting. In the last 10 years, an area of the size of Scotland was deforested in Peru, so it's quite serious. And this is what an area of rainforest would look like after it's been cleared. This is maybe after 2 years of being farmed and ranched. However, despair not. 3/4 of the Amazon is still intact because it's a huge forest, although quite a lot of it's already been gone. And we are developing what we believe to be a really innovative model to try and lift these smallholder farmers into a more sustainable model for agriculture. So this is an overview of our model. We feel like our model is offering a really integrated approach, and that's what's been lacking before in actually really tackling this issue of slash and burn agriculture, working with the farmers at different aspects. So the key thing, we believe, is to link the farmer up with the market over the short, medium and the long term, because they, at a very basic level, need to meet their basic needs. So we're planting crops with them, the normal crops they would plant, such as bananas, maize, but also some newer, more innovative crops such as chili peppers, which they haven't farmed on such a large scale before, which have got really interesting market potential and can just produce on an ongoing basis. You don't just have one harvest. If you prune them properly, they can keep producing month on month. Secondly, we're planting fruit trees, which would start producing sort of orchard crops from year 4. And then also timber, planting short, sort of more short-term, faster-growing species, and also precious woods such as mahogany, which will bring a very larger value in the much longer term, like 30 to 35 years. And then a payments for ecosystem service element, which is selling carbon offsets. So quantifying the carbon that's stored in the trees as they grow and selling that as a carbon offset to generate an extra income stream throughout the project lifetime. But the key is really that it's an integrated model. We're connecting the farmers with the market and moving them from being just like selling informally in the market to actually like forming trade associations, building their social capacity, building their ability to actually do business. And that means they can then not just sell like the lowest price through intermediaries or at the market stall where they have to wait all day long, but actually sell through a contract and really get better value for their produce. So we're currently working in Iquitos, where we've already planted 20,000 trees and have our initial pilot. And we're asking for money tonight to do a new pilot in the Ucayali area in the region of Campo Verde. This is one of the families we're working with. This is like their house, very basic. We're providing all kinds of support to the farmers, technical support in creating nurseries, doing pruning. As I said, we're building their business to sell chili peppers and other tropical fruits, and then giving technical support for the timber. So I just really would love your support to try and raise £6,000 tonight so we can start our new project in a new village, planting 5,000 trees over the course of the next year, and giving that new community, one, the chance to really learn and engage in this at a direct level, but also to prove like a new case, an example for our model, so we can scale it up over time, which is what this is all about really, creating a model that can be scaled and replicated and actually change the paradigm for agriculture. And we really feel that no one else is doing what we're doing in Peruvian Amazon. Although we have lots of support on the different elements, we feel our model is quite innovative in bringing together these different elements. So thank you very much.